You're watching my Cosmology series of talks. Today's discussion is on the Venus, and this segment number is 38. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and the sixth largest. Venus's orbit is the most nearly circular of that of any planet, with an eccentricity of less than 1%. Venus is sometimes regarded as Earth's sister planet. In some ways, they are very similar. Venus is only slightly smaller than Earth, 95% of Earth's diameter, 80% of Earth's mass. Both have few craters indicating relatively young surfaces. Their densities and chemical compositions are similar. Because of these similarities, it was thought that below its dense clouds, Venus might be very Earth-like and might even have life. But unfortunately, more detailed study of Venus reveals that in many important ways, it is radically different from Earth. It may be the least hospitable place for life in the solar system. The pressure of Venus's atmosphere at the surface is 90 atmospheres. That is about the same as the pressure at a depth of 1 kilometer in Earth's oceans. It is composed mostly of carbon dioxide. There are several layers of clouds, many kilometers thick, composed of sulfuric acid. These clouds completely obscure our view of the surface. This dense atmosphere produces a runaway greenhouse effect that raises Venus's surface temperatures by about 400 degrees to over 740 Kelvin. That is hot enough to melt lead. Venus's surface is actually hotter than Mercury's, despite being nearly twice as far from the Sun. Venus has a vortex at each pole. These vortices rotate vertically and recycle the atmosphere downwards. The North Polar vortex has a peculiar double eye shape surrounded by a collar of cool air. It makes a complete rotation in 3 Earth days. The interior of Venus is probably very similar to that of Earth. An iron core about 3,000 kilometers in radius, a molten rocky mantle comprising the majority of the planet. Recent results from the Magellan gravity data indicate that Venus's crust is stronger and thicker than had previously been assumed. Like Earth, convection in the mantle produces stress in the surface. However, on Venus, the stress is relieved in many relatively small regions instead of being concentrated at the boundaries of large plates, as is the case on Earth. I have a beautiful animation video for you on planet Venus.
Venus consists of a liquid core of nickel and iron, covered by a mantle of mineral material. The surface of the planet consists of a silicate crust, displaying the characteristics of a hot desert with highlands and lowlands.